I see a problem already. Excuse me, Gary.
Yes.
You know better. You can't sit here. You know you're always front row. It's front row Gary. All right. Oh, now he's moving it. He made it front row.
Not front row.
It's only Gary. Whoa, don't go in there yet. Denny just came out of there. It's a crime scene. Burn in there too? I hope not.
Bring back the stream.
We got our drone working.
Bring back the stream.
We're up. We're up.
The man.
He's back. He's back, baby. Hey,
Bring back the
decided to
stream.
show up. They're missing for 6 weeks.
Bring back
Yeah.
the
Couch is officially PO'd again.
I contacted the dog the bounty hunter to find you, track you, and bring you in. He couldn't even find you.
6 weeks.
man with the flashing feet.
We put fresh water.
Holidays
in the
are
bowl.
over. All that.
I finally came back, like the Mummy and the Monkey's cat. He finally came back.
Yeah, it was good. I'm glad Earl
Yeah,
came
Earl
back.
came
too.
home. Welcome home, Earl.
That's frightening. I hate
do. The good thing about
an
it is
animal gets out and you're like,
Yeah.
you forget, especially that night. It was
a
cold
dog
too.
would, but a cat, they kind of will come
Yeah,
home.
they're
so thank
more
God.
territorial. They're
Yeah,
like
a dog is like chow.
Yeah, you gotta get in the car, drive around,
Literally, my
yelling,
daughter's
whatever.
dog took
Serious.
off. They found it like
Earl the
2 hours
cat.
later, 7 miles away in the middle of a
the
pond,
cat.
swimming.
Earl the sandwich.
What the hell they having?
I don't know. Cut them off.
Bird
Cut
shows up after
Cut
6
your
weeks.
mics.
What the hell's going on? But no, but you're right.
What's going on?
Dog gets loose. We got get a search party.
Yeah.
Yell the name out. Drive. Get everybody involved.
cat
But you're
came
right. A cat. If they get out, just be rest assured, they're probably not that far.
Yeah.
You know,
Plus,
they're probably right
it's
around
hard
there.
to find a cat anyway, because they're not just walking down the street.
No, you can't call their name and there's like,
Yeah.
hey, this
They could be in
cat's-
a roof, a tree, wherever.
My cat got out when I had no idea.
I wonder
I
if
was
the
like,
cat's fixed. He may have been out for a good time.
could have been, but nowadays it's probably
Yeah.
fixed.
I'll
But
have to look, see if they
Anyway,
find a lot of black
hey,
cats in the area.
Mummy and the Monkey, Janet James, glad Earl came back because it was cold that night too. I remember
Earl
that.
came
That
home.
sucked. There was like
Yep.
a snowstorm, all that crap. Yeah,
Yep.
I'm sure there was a lot of
Went out for
anxiety.
a
But
stroll. Yeah,
home
rough.
safe and sound. So all right.
We keep track of that stuff.
What's tonight's movie?
Tonight's movie is
Rocket Man! Oh, sorry. Rocketship XM.
Look, he's all full of vigor.
Yeah.
He's like,
Yeah.
he knows.
Well, he should be. You know, I mean, yeah. Should be, yeah.
He goes from one of those binges, you know. I mean, we don't even know what he does, and he shows up. You know, he's here. He walks in, and then we gotta take pictures of him when he leaves. We might not see him.
Yeah,
again
I'm like
for
one of
months.
those old shows. You never know what the guy does.
Yeah.
My
Comes home
prediction
to the
is he'll
wife.
be here for the next tonight's show and probably 2 more after this.
I won't
my
change his
prediction.
clothes, though.
I'm going out on a limb.
Aliens.
Drones.
Drones.
Oh, yeah.
That's probably what he's been doing. He's been
Hey,
We got our drone that comes in at the end of the show, but now there's drones everywhere out there.
Yeah.
It's weird.
He's still out there?
did we start
they're
it?
out there.
No? Okay.
I don't know. Our
Did
drone,
we start it?
Yeah, we start.
we started the drones.
Yeah.
But it's not our drone. We only have the one.
Oh, yeah. And ours is just a little drone.
Yeah, it's just a tiny little drone that comes out and floats around. But hey, Rocketship
Oh, there, it's on the
XM.
floor.
We
Oh,
must
there
be
it's out
starting-
again.
There it is, the drone. Look, I saying it.
Work it,
comes up.
Rocco.
This is like an AI operated drone.
I don't like this movie.
You don't like it? Well, I'm saying, are we starting our second like retreads of all our movies
Isn't
now?
this movie like? Yeah, I think so.
Look at that.
He was doing good for a while with his new premieres and stuff, and now we're back to Rocketship XM, a fine 2.9 stars out of 10. Can't wait.
Yeah.
Filmed in black and white and red.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, but guess what? Back in the day, if you had it on TV, you didn't know it was in red. It was only in black and white.
Yeah.
So
What did
but
red look like in black and white? I
looks like
wonder.
black and
Probably a
white,
darker,
kind of gray.
Darker black?
darker shade.
I don't know. XM.
But why don't we go find out?
We got to start it.
Because
We gotta start
Rocco said we're pretty. We gotta go keep it quick.
He always says that. Though.
Next segment, I'm gonna
You want to go to the
show
movie, Rocco?
something. Yeah, go to the movie.
Okay, we'll
Want to
go.
show something? I gotta
He,
do.
he knows we're going to run long somewhere else, so
Then he take us into the movie.
Bring back the street.
she's rocking him.
Wow. Sounded like what you did in the toilet earlier.
Bring back the street. Bring back the street. Bring back the street.
X minus 18 minutes.
Blood pressure slightly high. Nothing to be alarmed about, though. Quite understandable under the circumstance.
The weaker sex. The only one whose blood pressure is normal.
X minus 17 minutes.
We're due in the assembly hall in another minute. Shall we go?
Good luck.
Thank you, Doctor, and good night.
Ladies and gentlemen, every news service and newspaper is represented here tonight. And for your cooperation in the past, when complete secrecy was vital, we are grateful. However, I must make something clear. Although ours is not strictly a military project, a great deal of our research and knowledge falls within security regulations. Therefore, I must insist that you reveal only such information as appears in the authorized press release, which will be handed to you later. I'm sure that we can all recall the wild tales of the flying discs, flying saucers, spaceships, and who knows what imaginative creations. The press is to be commended for discounting, in most instances, these premature rumors, and so helping to minimize public apprehension. Tonight, you are invited here to witness an important event. You are all familiar with our previous work in sending robot missiles into space. That phase is at an end. Tonight, we will launch the first manned spaceship, the RXM, Rocketship Expedition Moon.
X minus 15 minutes.
Forever, man has dreamed of visiting the nearest of heavenly bodies. Some for adventurous, fantastic reasons. Others, like ourselves, because they visualized a successful lunar expedition as the first step toward practical interplanetary travel. Today, there is even the possibility that an unassailable base could be established on the moon to control world peace. I will now introduce to you the head of this expedition and his crew, Dr. Carl Ekstrom, designer of the RXM, and as you all know, one of the most brilliant physicists of the day, and an old friend. Dr. Lisa Van Horn, his most able co-worker and assistant, Doctor of Chemistry. Colonel Floyd Graham, pilot. Mr. Harry Chamberlain, astronomer, of the Mount Wilson and Palomar Observatory staffs. Mr. Chamberlain will serve as navigator. Major William Corrigan, engineer. I shall now ask Dr. Ekstrom to outline the flight plan for you. Carl?
X minus 14 minutes.
The distance between the Earth and the Moon at its closest proximity is 238,000 miles. We expect to cover this distance in approximately 48 hours. The first phase of our flight will be the ascent to an altitude of 300 miles. From the start, while we pass through the troposphere and stratosphere, until we reach the ionosphere, the flight will be controlled by our automatic pilot. After we have climbed through the atmosphere, we will turn the rocket into a parallel course with the surface of the Earth. In flying parallel with the Earth's surface, we receive added boost from its rotation.
X minus 13 minutes.
The RXM is what is known as a multi-stage or step rocket. Upon reaching escape velocity, the tail section, which has housed the fuel to attain this speed, will be jettisoned. The nose section, which is a complete rocket containing enough fuel for the entire trip and also containing our cabin, overcomes the gravitational pull of the Earth and heads in the direction of the Moon. After we have passed the equilibrium point where the Earth and the Moon's gravities are in balance, we will reduce power to a minimum. The Moon's attraction will carry us the rest of the way. Finally, we will reverse the rocket, utilizing the thrust of its motors to make our landing. A few more details which might interest you. The cabin is pressurized and gyro-controlled, keeping us in a level position at all times. We carry radar for navigation, shortwave for communication, and most important, more than twice the amount of fuel we expect to use to keep well within the margin of safety.
X minus 12 minutes.
We still have a few moments, ladies and gentlemen, for questions, if any of you care to.
Mr. Chamberlain, how do you fit into the picture? Do you have any family?
No, I've been living on mountaintops. I'm afraid it's too lonely for such opportunities.
Have you ever done any flying?
Only as a passenger.
But you're the navigator.
But you must realize that intersolar flight requires far more exact and precise navigation than any earthbound voyage. Of course, that's incidental.
It is?
Yes. You see, as an astronomer, I can appreciate the perfect observation conditions on a body without atmosphere, such as our moon. Do you realize that within 1 hour...
I've got about 800 head grazing down there. I bought my ranch with the flight pay I saved up during the war.
How does your wife feel about you going?
Well, she's a Texan, too, and, well, she knows that when a Texas man makes up his mind to do something, that's it. Period. Say, I wish you fellas could have seen her face, so when I walked in and told her, in the strictest confidence, of course, honey, I'm going to the moon.
What did she say?
Well, she looked at me for a second and then said, what for? They ain't got nothing there that we don't have more of right here in Texas.
We've already made the trip 100 times.
What?
In the training room. Yeah, I've done more flying this last month than I've done over 100 missions. And believe me, this is the hottest crew I've ever worked with, especially in the brains department.
Yeah, very attractive, too.
Yeah, I agree. But, and you can quote me on this, unless you look like a test tube or a chemical formula, you haven't got a chance.
From the woman's angle, Dr. Van Horn, how does it feel making a trip like this alone with 4 men?
To tell you the truth, I never thought much about it.
Well, tell me, Doctor, is there any specific reason why one member of the crew should be a woman?
I'd like to answer that, if I may.
Certainly.
The reason Miss Van Horn is making this trip is because of her pioneering research with monatomic hydrogen. It enabled her to develop the first rocket fuel, powerful and concentrated enough to make this flight possible.
X minus 11 minutes.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pressed for time. You may view the takeoff from the observation bunker and return to this room immediately afterward. Everybody return here after the takeoff.
X minus 7 minutes.
Gyro control and compass okay. Battery's all up, autopilot's okay, everything's in order. Let's go. I've checked these calculations many times, they're perfectly correct. Oh yes, all commercial flights have been detoured 100 miles south.
Thank you. Well, I can't think of anything we've overlooked. All we need now is a little luck.
It doesn't seem real that the moment finally has arrived after all these years.
Has been a long time.
A long time for 2 men to work together.
You remember when we started, what they called us?
Young crackpots.
Yes, and what are we now? Maybe just crackpots.
The only regret I have is that I must stay behind.
Your job is no less important, Robert.
I know, but still...
X minus 6 minutes.
Carl, good luck. Good luck, everybody.
X minus 5 minutes.
Better take one more look. We won't be as close as this to Mother Earth for some time.
We'll give the motors a final once over.
X minus 4 minutes.
Motor room sealed.
Everything in order.
X minus 3 minutes.
No change in flight plans discussed. First 7 minutes of flight, controlled by automatic pilot.
Pilot's ready.
7 minutes, straight ascent.
Straight ascent from starting point.
Starting thrust using all tail assembly engines, 2,300 tons.
Right.
Fuel mixture?
Hydrogen and oxygen plus A12. After 120 seconds, hydrogen and oxygen plus A14. After 340 seconds, hydrogen plus A16.
After 560 seconds, A16.
Right.
Any questions?
X minus 2 minutes.
Good luck.
X minus 1 minute. X minus 50 seconds. X minus 40 seconds. X minus 30 seconds. X minus 20 seconds. X minus 10 seconds. X minus 5 seconds. 4, 3,
Now, if you will follow me, we will attempt to establish radio contact with the ship.
The human body can withstand these accelerations, but it certainly was never meant to.
I feel like I was just tossed off a spooky bronc.
Are you all right, Doctor?
Oh, yes, can't hurt an old campaigner like me.
How about you? You all right?
Certainly.
Radar and gyro compass in order.
Automatic pilot okay.
Fuel consumption?
Normal.
Air pressure?
15 pounds.
Harry?
It's a marvelous sight, isn't it?
It is.
You can study maps and globes and try to visualize. But the actual experience, it's hard to express it.
Stand by to turn. Stand by. 4,
3, 2, turn.
Turn completed. Shipping level flight speed 3,400 miles per hour.
Altitude 360 miles.
How do we stand on fuel now?
3/10 of fire left in tail section.
Mixture at present?
A16.
Harry, contact the base.
Right. RXM, calling BWS. RXM, calling BWS. Over.
Come in, RXM. Over to you.
Stand by, BWS.
Ekstrom speaking. We have leveled off at 360 miles altitude and are circling the globe at 3,400 miles per hour. We will increase speed gradually until we reach escape velocity of 25,000 miles per hour. Everyone aboard ship well. Over to you.
We'll be standing by.
Hey, Uncle G, where's Granny G been? It's been a long time since we seen her.
I don't know.
Uncle G.
I'm down here.
What are you doing under the table?
I dropped a caramel down here.
Candy caramel?
Caramel, yeah.
Well, don't worry. Don't worry about it.
No, I gotta find this one.
Why?
Because it's got my teeth in it. Down here a little while ago. Couldn't have rolled far.
Rocco, I can't understand a word you're saying. You're mumbling too much. We're already here. What do you want us to do? No, I don't understand a word you're saying. Mumble, mumble, mumble. It's all muffled. Just text it. Text it to us. Text us what you want. Thank you.
What do you say?
Oh my God, I don't know what he said. You know how he mumbles. I can't understand a word he says in person, let alone over the phone. That's all I heard was muffle and mumble. Muffle,
what are we
mumble.
Gonna do?
I just said just text us what you want us to do. Okay, just text.
I got to get out of here soon.
Yeah, it's getting late.
Yeah,
it's getting late.
All right, there we go. Let's see.
Right,
What was he trying to say?
What do we need to do?
Oh my God. He used the voice text.
Guess we will be here for a while.
Anybody want to try calling him back?
Take two. Doc and Ellie. They've been playing a lot.
This song brings me back.
Yeah, out near the Youngstown Warren area, but they've been playing quite a bit.
You want your freedom.
They're good.
Stevie, baby. Knock off Stevie.
Yeah, it's still good. Take two is really good.
They are good.
They are good.
Look them up. Take two.
But not as good as tonight's film, Rocketship XM.
No, they're a little bit better.
You know, they were trying to, George Powell was coming out with Destination Moon at the same time.
Yeah.
It was a big deal. He was putting a lot into it.
Yeah.
And so whoever made this movie, whoever swarmy promoter made this movie, rushed to get this film shot in 18 days to beat Destination Moon into the theaters, riding on their publicity wave. And actually, when they sent the theater the promos, they put on it. not Destination Moon.
I remember that too.
But yeah.
What do you got, Denny?
We got an envelope.
You got an itchy finger there.
I see
You got an envelope. Huh?
see a envelope.
It's on the list.
Oh, I have a new word for you.
Envelope.
Oh, excellent. I love new words.
Great, can't wait.
There you go. Ooh, yeah, right now.
Yeah.
What do we got?
Yeah, I got it right now.
So someone sent
Christmas
something
wish
to the PO box.
to the P.O. box.
There you go. See,
Yeah,
so
to the
Where else would I go?
May your days be merry and bright. Merry Christmas, my guys. Great seeing all of you, and here's to more next year. Love you all. One Miss Childers, Amanda Childers.
Amanda.
Oh,
Thank you, Amanda. We
that's
appreciate
nice.
it.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Happy holidays.
count on
Merry
Amanda.
Christmas. Hope you have a
And
Good
shout out
lady.
to the Cross Brothers too. They sent us a card, but never a rove. They said
Oh, really?
they never a rove.
Really?
I could say arrive if I want to, but I chose to say a rove.
Well, they said a rove.
Funnier.
Yeah. They're talking.
Sometimes I speak.
You're
in
talking
funniness.
cross, man.
Huh?
You're talking cross.
I'm talking crossed. So, but I say it's still, when you put a letter in a box anymore, I think they stick to the roof. Because you don't, in the old days, you pulled the lid down.
Yeah,
put the
now
letter
they
in.
give you a little tiny slit.
A little slap.
Yeah.
I don't trust the slap.
I don't trust it either.
It's like, is it really in there? I don't want the lid to come down.
Think of where they live, and if it was they mailed it out when all that snow hit. Shoot, who knows if they?
I see him everywhere I go. I drove 4 hours to a concert and he was flipping there. He should have just waited until he saw me again and just gave it to me.
Yeah.
You know?
He does get around.
He goes everywhere. Yeah.
He does get around.
Yes.
He was eating just down the road. He was out eating somewhere near me and you.
Yeah. But you know how hard it is to deliver stuff, Denny.
Yeah.
Especially around Christmas.
Yeah.
What's all this?
Yeah, he talking. Hey, it's your
Speaking
friend,
of
dude.
this-
I know. Give me the package.
Speaking of
the
this.
Bernie Pappenforth
Oh, you got
prize from last year. We still haven't got it to him.
No,
that
that's
ain't it.
that'll
That
be
ain't.
for one of the
We
next
might have to
shows.
give him that.
PO box material too.
PO box material.
Somebody's stepping up the game and sending us stuff.
No.
But speaking of this, I want to unveil something here.
Dancing
for the.
You want to do it on this one, or you want to do it on the next?
Let's do it now.
set?
Doing it right now.
You already did. We can't just block
Rocco,
him.
is that okay if he does it now?
Just do it.
Okay, he's good. You're allowed. You're allowed. Rocco says it's okay. Bring it out.
Thank you, Denny.
Let's see it.
I'm working on
Bring it on out.
Pull it out.
Excuse me while I whip this out. Listen.
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 What are you going to say?
This is for the set.
This is for the set?
Yeah, we need stuff.
What? Now you're pointing. What? Want me to wait till next segment?
Pop it out.
Yeah, don't whip it out, pop it out.
Pop it out.
Oh, what's that? It looks, looks official.
The very first movie I was ever in was Bigfoot. 20 years ago, and he had a special 20-year anniversary screening, Bob Gray, of Bigfoot. So I went to one of the screens, and so we're gonna put this on set because we're gonna be showing the movie one of these days.
Yeah.
Bob Gray's Bigfoot.
Wow.
That's a cool pick.
That's a big eye.
That's a big eye. Man.
And you know what's very special about this movie, besides that it was the first movie I was ever in,
What's that?
is that the creature Bigfoot, the costume was excellent, the makeup was excellent. You know who did it?
Yeah.
Who?
Friend of show.
Yeah.
House.
Great House?
Yep.
Great house.
Yep.
Wow.
Don't we have
So
in our house?
this is gonna go up in the studio. We'll find a place to do it, or hang it up. Huh? Right behind me or behind somebody.
We'll find a place. There's a lot of places.
Maybe I'll put it up there behind, because House made that mask too.
Where is it?
It's right back here.
That's what I was looking for. I didn't see it.
Behind me,
That's
Sorry.
right. It'll be our house
Behind the
collection.
cookie bottle.
So little shout out to Bob Gray, and it's a fun little independent film that Yeah. So all right. That's a little shout out. And then
When I played at the drive-in one time, you know I was playing on the other screen?
what's on the other screen? It was right after. It was a double feature.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay, on the same screen then was
Deep Dark Woods.
Deep Dark Woods. No witnesses.
No witnesses.
Oh.
What theater was
So you know,
That was at the old, now defunct, long missed Memphis Drive-In Theater.
all this talk about
Just
10-year,
doing it,
15, 20-year anniversaries, 40-year anniversaries, people having their screenings.
28-year anniversary.
I think
27 actually.
next year, for a 15-year anniversary, I think I'm going to have a little special Hostile Denial screening at maybe Atlas Cinemas. Yeah, why not?
With all that swearing?
Yeah.
All that profanity? They'll be
wait.
Have a little
It's
disclaimer.
easier to show it there than try to edit the stuff out so we can show it.
Yeah,
the truth be told.
That's going to be 15-year-old cursing. It probably not even going to make sense to people today.
It'll make a lot of sense.
Cursing
Well,
has
that word means the same no matter what.
All right, so
Here.
We'll be there.
I will tease. That's right. I will.
Are we going to put it up for a vote?
For what?
Possible denial.
That could be our
vote for what?
screening.
To put it for one of the screenings.
Yeah.
What do you need? No, not one of those. This will be a separate thing.
Oh, a separate thing? We don't know if we
this
get
is
that
a
many
midnight
audiences.
movie event. This will be like a separate thing.
Oh, not a midnight movie event. Separate thing.
Yeah, not
separate.
yeah,
No, we're not
a separate
good
thing.
enough.
It's a 15-year anniversary for Hostile Denial.
Not good enough to connect
Oh,
the midnight
stop
movie
it.
to it.
We'll be there.
Well, not,
Well, why
no,
not?
maybe not. I don't know.
Well,
if
yes,
we're
you will,
even
because you
invited.
were. Listen, you were in the movie,
Yeah, I had a.
and you had and you did
I had
an
an
excellent.
excellent
Yes, you had a nice monologue.
Whoever wrote my part was excellent. Oh wait, I wrote that.
Yeah, I said you were really good.
Well, I'm bragging on myself.
That's rude.
Next, I'm gonna tease the face off. This is Rocketship.
XM.
Okay, XM. All right, ready?
I'm ready.
What's the better rocket ship, spaceship,
lunar
frickin'
ship?
whatever,
Capsule.
Capsule. Okay, ready? Millennium Force. I mean,
the hell is that?
Yeah, the Falcon. The Falcon.
Millennium Force.
Millennium Falcon. Millennium
You lost
Falcon.
me already.
Cedar Point.
Yeah.
Millennium Falcon or the Enterprise. Boom. I have no time for any of this crap. So, okay, so this is that's short, sweet, boom.
Oh, that's a good nerd fight.
It's not that bad. No, I didn't get a woo, but it's all right. Vern likes it.
Oh, yeah. Huh? Yeah, heavyweight champ, that's you. In the nerd fight. Yeah.
Funny guy, my twin.
Now here you go again. You say you want you free.
5,500 miles.
Continue acceleration.
Hey, what happened to the rest of the night?
I'm afraid we ran right out of it. If it's darkness you want, wait till we enter outer space, the realm of perpetual night.
6,000. 6,200 miles per hour.
Radar is tracking them perfectly. I had contact with them 4 minutes ago. Altitude 1,600 miles, speed 21,000 miles per hour, constantly increasing. They are about to reach escape velocity.
22,000.
Bill, check the pressurizing system and oxygen.
Boy, this kind of weather makes me feel right at home. It's like a nice, cool night in East Texas.
24,000.
Take a reading the moment we attain escape velocity.
Yes.
Stand by. 25,000.
Prepare to jettison tail section.
Start the front assembly motors. Only 40-second supply of fuel left.
Hold on tight, everybody.
You ready?
Ready. Go.
Reduce power. That was a little too close for comfort.
We might be in a vacuum, but I sure felt the wind of that one.
Harry, contact the base again.
RXM calling BWS. Over.
Come in, RXM. Over to you.
Stand by, BWS.
We're on our way. We have jettisoned tail section and are now reducing power and speed according to plan until we come within the attraction of the moon. This probably last radio contact before return flight. Everybody aboard well.
BWS calling RXM. BWS calling RXM. Come in, RXM.
Ladies and gentlemen, we had hoped by having the entire press represented here tonight to eliminate any possible hearsay, rumor, or speculation from your reports. However, I regret to have to ask you to confine yourselves to the official news release. I promise to hand you any news that may come in as soon as it can be cleared.
Don't think I like all this dark. Well, it might be all right for sleeping, but for a steady diet,
I used to hate the daylight because I couldn't work. But up here in this eternal night, it's a different feeling.
Fella can get used to anything, I guess, if he has to. And I remember when I was first assigned to jets, I said to the colonel, "Colonel, I joined this man's Air Force to fly an airplane, but nobody's going to hitch me to no Roman candle." Now I'm sitting right inside of one. Boy, oh boy. Ain't she pretty? Can you see Texas?
No, it's in the other hemisphere. Even so, from this distance, it would only appear a mere speck.
A mere speck? Texas a mere speck? Oh, now, listen, my friend, I'm broad-minded. I've been around people, but don't you ever let any other Texan hear you say that. A mere speck.
Hey, it's the funniest sensation. I feel like I'm walking in a cloud, no effort at all.
We're getting deeper and into planetary space. Gravity will soon be practically non-existent.
Look, we got a stowaway aboard.
Hey, whoa. I need you.
Don't you think it's amusing?
There's nothing funny about that. Simply the lack of gravity.
Oh, of course, Dr. Van Horn.
Better make sure our equipment's passing down.
Now, don't get mad at me, but can't you ever relax? All these weeks, months, I've been watching you. Nothing but work, work, work. Well, I've been wondering, how does a girl like you get mixed up in a thing like this in the first place?
I suppose you think that women should only cook and sew and bear children?
Isn't that enough? There's such a thing as going overboard in the other direction, too, you know. If you don't watch it. I'll check the engines.
Bill, pressurize the motor room first.
Motor room pressure up.
Still drifting.
14 hours and 12 minutes, we've covered 112,000 miles. We'll come within the gravitational attraction of the moon.
No, that's not important right now. Without power, we're helplessly suspended in space. Even if we were already within the gravitational reach, we'd still be unable to make a landing. We need power to land.
Checked and double-checked all connections. Primers, fuel injectors. Can't find a thing wrong.
And it must be the fuel mixture.
How much oxygen do we carry?
Don't worry. We have plenty left for the trip.
For the trip as planned, you mean?
If you don't mind. At differential 6 over m to the 30th power, the halfway check result is 262,000 to 341,000, both using tangent E, correct?
That isn't the result I have.
It must be the same. There's an error there.
I've made no error, Dr. Ekstrom.
I have to say that you made an error and discard your figures. I'm sorry.
Don't be.
Surely you're not going to let emotion enter into this.
Certainly not.
We'll continue computing using my results as a basis.
Yes, Doctor. Except that I feel very strongly I should say that we should try both.
We can't. To complete either calculation would take 6 to 8 hours. We can't afford the time. It's either one or the other, Dr. Van Horn.
But it doesn't have to be. You can't be arbitrary about imposing your will when these people's lives are at stake. Don't you realize that? You speak as calmly as if you were saying pass the salt. Aren't you human? Are you made of ice? I'm sorry. I apologize.
For what? For momentarily being a woman? It's completely understandable, Miss Van Horn. Now, shall we go ahead?
Yes, Doctor.
Tangent L9.
Tangent L9.
Hello? Yes? It's Dr. Hurley at Mount Palomar.
Yes, Dr. Hurley? Yes? We located the RXM's position at 7:16 this morning. Since then, there has been very little change. Apparently, their velocity is far lower than we anticipated.
Are you sure, Doctor?
Thank you.
Between the worlds. It cut him like a knife.
What?
Oh, nothing. It's a line from Kipling's Tomlinson. The poem about the chap, someone in our fix. He couldn't get into heaven or hell. Suspended in space.
Would you do something for me, please?
Sure.
I need those 2 grafts under Dr. Ekstrom's arm. I'm tired and shaky. I might awaken him.
I know the feeling.
I wouldn't rob him of his sleep for anything.
I knocked over a 10-foot Christmas tree once, all decorated. My cousin's house, just from trying to do something when I was too tired. It's about 1 o'clock in the morning. Kids woke up, came rushing in. First they thought I was Santa Claus lying there with a busted tinsel star on my nose. I spoiled everything.
Thanks.
It's no trouble. Why don't you take a minute off from that? You're worn out.
I can't.
You'll think clearer if you do. When I was flying in the war, we had a guy like you in some of our long missions. Too bad.
Too bad?
He blew his top. We had to put him in Section 8. Held it in too long, never let down a second.
You're right. I'm not even thinking straight anymore. Numbers buzz in my head like wasps. I ought to think of something different.
How about that? Something no human being ever saw before.
You know, it's funny. One never thinks of the Earth that way. As a dying planet with nothing to give out but reflected light. A mere moon.
Hey, don't speak so disrespectfully of the moon. Mere moon. I've done some of my best work by moonlight. Found its light very effective.
For navigation?
For any purpose. Don't underrate it. Moonlight's potent.
You're speaking of its effect on men and women?
On women. I don't need this stuff myself.
Oh, you're immune.
No. Just don't need it. But did you ever park in an open convertible on the cliffs overlooking the Pacific? On a warm summer night when a big moon hung up there like a lantern? The blue light from it walking across the water. Radio playing a nice tune. Waves whooshing on the beach.
No, perhaps unfortunately, I never had the time nor the thought to do anything much beyond my profession.
Now, don't tell me that you never looked at that old moon except for astronomical reasons.
You're right. I have. In Rome once, and in Switzerland, at Lake Lugano. What a nice stroll.
Stroll?
Yes. Yes, we walked slowly around the edge of the lake for 2 hours.
And never stopped?
No.
Well, everybody to his own taste.
It was lovely there. The water black like cold coffee. The moonlight like flecks of ice cream floating on it. The music from the hotel ballroom. Oh, but that was so long ago. Another world. Fine scientist I am.
What?
Daydreaming.
It's good for you once in a while.
I suppose it is, but not now.
I still say it.
Say what?
That moonlight's effective stuff.
You're quite right.
What effect a double dose like this would have in a convertible? Nothing. Skip it.
Meteorites!
Boy, I've been through some pretty heavy flack in my day, but That's the worst I've ever had thrown at me. Heavenly flack. Say, maybe somebody don't want us to get where we aim to get. Oh, cheer up, Harry. After what we've been through, we'll get there all right.
Maybe it'd have been better if one of them had struck the ship. At least have been sudden. Quick.
There it is. I don't know why Vern keeps putting my cane in the umbrella stand.
Uncle G! Uncle G!
Oh, Jesus, God, Uncle G. Man.
What's up, Mike?
I finally got that money that I owe you, so I want to get back to you. So I'm gonna Cash App you, Zelle you.
No, I don't do apps. PayPal.
That's kind of an app too, Uncle G. But I don't. That's the one thing I don't do. But I have a Zelle. I got Cash App. It's like really easy. Want me to just?
Yeah, old am. I don't do apps. PayPal.
Uncle G, it's the same thing.
You're making things difficult. Pay my pal.
Are you serious, Uncle? Really? Really? Uncle G, my God.
Mike! I'm charging interest!
There you go, Uncle G.
That's what they call it white lightning.
Yeah. It's, oh, hey guys, what's up? Got a little dilemma.
What's up, Trev?
I saw my son and the lady neighbor getting naked and rubbing each other all over the place.
Well, he's of age.
Yeah, don't worry about it. No, I'm a little worried, and so is my son's wife.
Awesome.
Hey, we're here at the Monster Bash 2017, and we are here with the beautiful and talented Terry Moore from the Mighty Joe Young, and a whole list of other big-time box office hits. I mean, you have such an extensive list of stars that you have worked with: Burt Lancaster, Glenn Ford, Mickey Rooney. I mean, the list goes on and on.
Howard, Frederick March,
Okay.
Ron Wayne, Cary Grant.
But, I know you're very busy. You have a lot of fans that want to meet you, so we'll keep this short and sweet. I just had a couple things that I kind of wanted to ask you, and if you want to elaborate on it. But, you did work in the radio in the 40s in the radio show.
I did.
And
I started out in movies, but then I had braces on my teeth, so then I did radio. And I still do radio. I go every year to Spokane, Washington with the old-time radio actors, and we do radio shows.
Excellent. I also know that you're a pilot. Now, when did you become a pilot?
Well, let's see. Gosh, it was Glendale Air Force Base. I was the third woman in the world to check out in jets, and I'd have to look at my license. I don't remember the year, but I had to be 50s. Yeah. And then I jumped with the 82nd Airborne, and that must have been in the 70s.
The reason why I ask is that is it true that you did a lot of the preparation or help Leonardo DiCaprio with his preparation in the role of Howard Hughes in Aviator?
I worked with him and with the director, and we're still very good friends, Leo and me.
Did they approach you for that, or did you?
Yes, they did. No, they approached me.
See, I found that pretty interesting. And then I have one question about Mighty Joe Young, and then my cohort Rich here would like to talk to you. But
hi, Rich.
But I found this out. You were when you made Mighty Joe Young, you were under contract with Columbia, but they loaned you out to RKO. How exactly did that work?
Well, they did that all the time. It was so funny because I went out to meet them, and the director said, "Let me see you run." I kicked off my shoes. I ran to the end of the lot and all the way back as fast as I could. He said, "You've got the role." And they had already put under contract another girl to do it. They paid her off, and I did the role. I got it because I could run well and fast.
That's interesting. See, there's always a story behind the story. I just find that fascinating. Rich?
All right, I just have one quick question. Now, with the recent passing of Adam West, can you give some of your memories and experiences of working on the Batman TV show?
Well, I loved Adam West. I mean, it was so much fun working with him. And I did a three-parter, which is the only time they did three together, and they cut them together and released it as a movie in Europe. And Adam, I was going through, I almost had a divorce with my husband, and he helped me through that. And saved my marriage. So it was such
I mean, if you want to send it to me and you're just willing to wait, because I don't know, there's no time limit.
Awesome. I love that episode, the 3 episodes. Very good. I love the show, and it was something different for you to actually be in a show like it was kind of campy and stuff like that. And it seemed like you had fun with it.
I had so much fun. And my friend, you know, the actress Kim Novak, she thought it was so much fun. She came on this set every day to be with me and watch.
It's awesome. So.
That's great. You enjoying yourself here at Monster Bash?
Oh, yes.
I know.
It's wonderful people.
That's great. Well, I want to thank you so much for spending some time with us. It was excellent to meet you. Big fan. Loved all your work. This is Triv, Rich, and Terry Moore.
Thank you. This has been great, guys. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks so much. Where is that now? It's a problem when you get so many movies, you can't find the one you want.
Hey, Rich, you know what? I figured it out. You know what we're missing for the show? We're missing a way for our viewers to be able to watch on their phone. We have to come up with a Midnight Movie app so they can just go to their phone and watch our show, all right? So work on that, all right? We need a Midnight Movie app. Got it? A Midnight Movie app. Midnight Movie app. Work on it. Midnight Movie app.
I'm on it. I'm on.
Get on it. Midnight Movie app.
I couldn't catch it. I gotta figure out where this movie is. That was pretty good. At least I found it. I'm put it right back because I know where it is next time I want to watch it.
Rich, did you do what I asked you to do? I can't find it anywhere. I thought you were going to start working on it.
Hey, dude, when I say I'm going to do something, I take care of business.
Well, then where is it?
What do you mean, where is it?
I can't find it. It's not.
Are you all right? It's right there in the kitchen.
In the kitchen? What?
Just like you ordered, a Midnight Movie ape. And it wasn't easy to find. A Midnight Movie ape right there.
What are you doing? I said an app. A Midnight Movie app. An app. An app. Midnight Movie app.
Ape.
You come up with an ape? How do I work with you? How do I work with these people? How do I work? Why am I still doing this? An app, I said. He gets an ape.
Mike, look at the bright side. It'll give us an excuse to go to the zoo, right? I gotta return it, I guess.
Now, your computation?
We have to add 12% O3 to A16.
Right. 12% O3 to A16. This means we'll have to rearrange some of the fuel tanks and all the connections. I will replace these H tanks with these.
The motor room's pressurized.
Think you can manage a half-ton tank?
Oh, sure. Down on my ranch, I used to throw a little old 1,000-pound steer over my shoulder every morning.
Sure that wasn't a little old bull you were throwing. All right, Samson, let's see you do your stuff.
Think I was kidding, huh?
You'll never prove it to me here.
Doctor, can we be quite sure these proportions are safe? We never proved them by experiment.
The mathematical theory is beyond question.
O3, though. Sometimes it behaves unpredictably.
Woman's intuition again?
$12% O3 to A16.
12% O3 to A16.
Our chart deviation is 32 degrees. Present position is...
We'll correct course when we're in powered flight once more.
Right.
All ready?
Ready. Stand by, everybody.
repeat that again, Dr. Hurley. Are you certain? Yes. Yes, I see. Thank you. They are completely off their course. Moving with incredible velocity. Out into limitless space. I can't understand it.
We're not getting enough oxygen.
No. Bill! Bill! Dr. Ekstrom! Dr. Ekstrom! Dr. Ekstrom!
How long has it been since...
I'm afraid we'll never know.
How are the others?
I think everybody's going to be all right.
It must have been days.
Fortunately, the engines were turned off.
When?
I must have turned the levers off when I blacked out.
But at what speed? You know the consequences of a body moving with unchecked velocity in free space.
Infinite motion.
So we made a little detour. Now we gotta double back to that last road sign. Come on, let's go to work.
Try to determine our present velocity if possible.
Can't be. The instruments must have gone crazy.
I don't think so. By heading into space, we've added the Earth's orbital velocity to our own.
Then we're really moving.
I should say at least several times the maximum speed of your indicator. Any progress, Harry?
Should at least have an approximation of our position very shortly.
Fuel consumption?
In just a moment.
Doctor.
What?
I cut in resistances to raise the scale. But look.
Acceleration. Definite acceleration, but with the motors off, that's impossible unless...
This can't be correct.
What?
I seem to be getting a strong reflection of impulse directly ahead 50,000 miles.
That explains it.
Explains what?
Of course. Unbelievable. It couldn't be mere chance. I don't quite know how to tell you it so. If I could have even dreamed that an incredible set of circumstances, each precisely and exactly timed, would carry us unerringly through space to our most congenial planetary neighbor, Mars, I would...
Mars?
It's utterly unbelievable.
No doubt whatsoever. Unmistakable.
Mars? What do you know?
What does it mean, Doctor?
It means there are times when a mere scientist has gone as far as he can, when he must pause and observe respectfully while something infinitely greater assumes control. I believe this is one of those times.
We shall go on, of course.
Our overall fuel consumption was...
42%.
A Martian landing, approaching a planet with atmosphere, is far easier than the lunar maneuver. Certainly we shall go on. We should be betraying an unprecedented opportunity to do otherwise.
Then I'd suggest there's a couple of little things we might do. This ship isn't going to land itself, you know.
Mark. I'll be darned.
We must first compute the correct thrust and fuel mixture to comply with anticipated conditions.
Escape velocity 12,500 miles an hour. Oxygen at surface level 15%.
Prepare to change the parallel course at distance 1,500 miles.
Right.
I've located them.
Located what?
The Earth and Moon.
Well, where are they?
Here, take a look.
And what do you know about that?
Is it all right to call Texas a mirror-spec now?
As we are now in parallel flight, we are reducing speed and altitude. At 50 miles altitude, we will execute a turn of 90 degrees, bringing the rocket into landing position. Since the gravitational attraction of Mars is only half as powerful as that of Earth, a thrust of 1,200 tons will be sufficient to make the landing. Fuel?
Hydrogen and oxygen plus A12.
Altitude 70 miles. 65. 60. 55 miles.
Stand by to turn.
50.
Turn.
Degree turn completed.
Reduce power.
Altitude 40 miles. 38 miles.
I only hope the light holds out. It's getting dark down below. Prepare to increase thrust at altitude 15 miles. It's getting darker rapidly. As far as I can make out, the terrain is suitable for landing.
Altitude 6 miles. 5 miles. 20,000 feet. 18,000.
Thrust at present 1,250 tons.
Stand by to increase power.
15,000. 12,000. 10,000. 8,000. 7,000. 6,000.
We're losing altitude too fast. Increase thrust to 3,000 tons.
4,000 feet. 3,000. 2,000 feet.
Reduce thrust slowly to 1,250 tons.
1,000. 500.
Save the engines. Nice work, Floyd. Mars extending us a welcome. Now we're prepared to disembark first thing in the morning. In the meantime, we can rest and get our equipment ready.
Well, that's what I've been waiting for. Yeah, I've been itching to get into one of these things.
Sorry to disappoint you, Bill. We have atmosphere here. We won't need pressure suits. Which works greatly in our favor, too. We can accomplish so much more unencumbered. Now, as far as equipment's concerned, we'll take oxygen masks, camera, paraphernalia.
What about data for the return trip? It must be exact and precise. Hadn't we better begin preparation?
Yes, of course, you're right. We have so little time here. Such an opportunity. Let's think about that for a little while first.
Hey, welcome to Terry's Tires.
Wow, man. How you doing? It's cold outside.
How you get so toasty in here? It's
Well,
nice in here.
here at Terry's Tires, we keep it climate controlled just for our customers.
Good, 'cause I mean, wow.
Anyways, I called yesterday about getting a couple brand new fresh snow tires, and you guys said you could have them for me today at noon.
So I'm here to get them.
It's 4 p.m.
Yeah, I mean, I had to work a little late, stuff like traffic and stuff like that. Had a couple errands to do and stuff like that. What's the big deal?
Difference, noon, 4 o'clock, what's the difference? I need snow tires.
What's the difference?
Yeah.
Left rear tire. Right rear tire. How long do you expect snow tires to last in this weather?
Whoa, 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 no, 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 no.
What?
What do you mean? Can't you read?
What's the matter with you clowns? Oh, God. It says please wait to be seated. Get up. Can't you read? Education system in this country.
Midnight Syndicate.
That's Midnight Syndicate.
It's Midnight Syndicate.
Hey guys, that's Midnight Syndicate. Yeah.
Sounds like Midnight Syndicate.
Shout out to Ed and Gavin and Vinyl Arcade and Big in Japan and 1988 and Vinyl Tap and Metal Edge, which is now called Hero Nation, I think. All right, I got my
shout out to Mike Onesco, who's no longer on Facebook.
He'll be back. Yeah,
Allegedly, supposedly.
He got all mad. I understand it.
The algorithms.
He had a big long post that he put up there. Had nothing bad in it at all.
Yeah. Or the algorithms don't like him.
I don't know.
You should do a song about the algorithm blues.
Yeah.
I got the algorithm blues.
Onesco is too talented and too damn good to have to put up with that crap.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. He should just get off of social media
and stick to writing.
Just stick to writing.
Jamming.
And go on tour in Cleveland. Go on a Cleveland tour.
I'm not going to take it anymore.
I get it. I get it though.
Well, calm down back there, Brian. Brian's bad. I mean, Rocco. Oops.
I get it.
Anyways, you know what you don't get? Rocketship XM. It's like they're using boosters, and then they went past the moon, so they gotta go to Mars. It's all like crazy stuff's happening.
Like a radio station.
And we got the guy from Rockford Files is in there. Yeah, the guy from Rockford Files, the old man, his dad or whatever from Rockford Files is the engineer. Yeah, and his name Jimbo. And they're flying to Mars.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Right thing?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You remember him?
Pretty close.
Noah Beery. Noah Beery Jr.
He was
Really?
in this
No
thing.
Barry?
No beer?
And the guy that later becomes Captain Video is actually in tonight's movie. So he became a science fiction icon all to himself later. He plays a reporter in this.
Well, isn't that
See,
nice?
because we were talking last week about how we don't
Isn't
get
that
enough
nice?
tidbits about
he
the
did
actual
that
show.
all by
And
himself.
so I'm giving you those tidbits that you want.
All right. Speaking of tidbits, you know what time it is?
Tidbits.
What time it is?
What?
Is that the new thing now? You know what time it is?
No, that's a new opening.
Been that way for a while.
Jazz hands?
Yeah.
I'm trapped inside this TV. Let me out! Come on! Let me out of this TV!
No,
That's for the people at home.
You're under contract.
Rocket
Oh, we don't have contract.
Rocket ships.
Yeah, no.
What's the
What
better
are
rocket
they?
ship? Ready?
What?
Millennium Falcon?
Millennium Force.
Falcon? Or Enterprise?
Oh my God.
Kadoosh kadoosh.
Wow, wow. Oh, I'm gonna have to go with the Enterprise.
Enterprise.
I said Enterprise too. Rocco!
Enterprise. Which version though?
Oh, here we go. Jesus, God.
Nice.
Any of them.
There's only
Which
one
one out
version.
there? We got an Enterprise
Clean,
and a peanut
sweet.
butter.
No, there's an A, B,
No need
C,
to argue
D,
about it. No
E.
need to debate.
Series, motion picture, Wrath of Khan, they're all slightly different.
Yeah, but
If they're slightly different, we don't care. Enterprise or the Falcon, everybody goes Enterprise.
It don't matter which one you
Nice
pick,
one,
the Enterprise
Rocco.
is better
Nice
than
one.
the
Anybody have a reason why?
Because
Better weapons.
hologram.
faster.
Yeah. The Falcon can't.
No. They can't do that light speed.
Yeah, they
and all
can't.
that stuff.
They can't do all that.
They
Warp
do
5.
They do hypers.
Hyperspeed, warp.
That's just nervous speed, though.
That's not ludicrous speed.
Yeah, yeah. It's, you know, I'm giving her all I got and all that stuff.
Enterprise got a cooler shape too. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
could
All right,
separate.
that's it. We don't need to
It's
debate
got
it.
weapons. It's got
Clean,
shields.
sweet.
Enterprise.
It's got more people.
Should be towed away as a garbage scow. Remember that quote? Who remembers it? There you
I
go.
remember that.
Who said it?
A Klingon. Yeah.
Clinging on.
Klingon.
You mean you didn't hit the Klingon after they called me a scoundrel?
Oh, you went too far now.
Of course I did.
Should be towed away as
That's for the nerd fight.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We got a little nerds thing running through here.
Big nerds.
Those little nerd. We're all a little bit nerdy.
Big nerds, geeks.
Speaking of which, we gotta get back to this nerdy movie now because there's some really crazy stuff about to come down in this.
All right.
With cavemen and atomic stuff.
Really?
Yeah. It's really gonna start.
Sure, not watching the Time Machine.
No.
Maybe I'll call Grace in between and see if Giggles by Grace has got something funny for us.
See if she got a better title. 'Cause that one's not good.
Notice the abundant coloration? Green, orange, yellow, black.
A sign of tremendous mineralization.
Manganese, copper, nickel, pitch blende. Immense deposits of pitch blende.
You figuring on staking out a claim here? Just making sure we can find our way back.
So far as rock and sand and rocks. I wonder when we're going to run across some of these Martians. You know, from what I read, they've got pale faces and pinheads and fishy eyes.
Shall we go? Conceived this must have been of a high order of intelligence, at least the equal of Earth, perhaps considerably above ours.
To think that a complex, organized society existed here once.
Yes, and from all indications, thousands of years ago.
I wonder how it happened. There's always the possibility of a meteor, but then it would have created a depression like a moon crater.
No, this wasn't caused by a meteor. This is definitely blast effect coupled with intense heat.
There's a strong field of radiation over there.
You'd better stop. The radioactivity is at the danger level. Ironic, isn't it? The mind of man, wherever you encounter it, Earth, highest attainments of human intellect, all was diverted to self-destruction. Perhaps the entire surface of the planet is one vast ruin, like this.
Well, do you think we ought to start back for the ship?
I agree to that. We're neither prepared nor equipped for any stay here.
We have supplies for several days. Let's use this precious time as effectively as we can.
I agree with Dr. Ekstrom. A day here is more valuable than years of research on Earth.
Well, okay then, let's get going.
What a lesson here for our world. One blast, thousands of years of civilization wiped out.
Could there have been any survivors?
I should hate to think so. We still don't know all the genetic effects of radiation, but that it will produce mutations, malformities, disfigurements, blindness, that much we're sure of from research. A blast like this, I should hate to think that any survived.
Why don't you try to get some rest?
If I ever get back to Texas, I'll know better than to leave again. Yes, sir.
Dr. Ekstrom! There were men out there. Look, you gotta believe me. It wasn't a nightmare. I haven't slept at all. I tell you, I saw them. Where? Right out there. And when I yelled, they disappeared. All right, let's go see.
Right here. And when they heard me, they disappeared in there.
Dr. Ekstrom, look at these footprints.
It don't take a Navajo to figure out what caused these.
It's hard to believe.
And now maybe you'll agree to return to the ship.
We can't stop now. We must follow, find out what kind of creatures they are. It's tremendously important.
We don't know how many there are. And suppose they're hostile with one rifle and a pistol. We won't have a prayer.
That's the chance we have to take. You wait here. I'm going ahead.
This kind of thing's just my meat. Mind if I come along?
Thank you, Ben.
I'm with you, Doctor.
No, Floyd, you three stay.
But I...
I'll have to make that in order. Come on, Bill. savages. No, Floyd. Poor, fear-crazed, despairing wretches. Pity them. Pity them.
Don't talk anymore.
You must get back to Earth. Tell them what we found. Maybe this will...
Look out.
Does that feel better, dear? Good, good.
I know I don't have much longer to live, but that smells like that ham you always cook.
Yeah, that's the ham. I have it on the stove now, dear.
Oh, if I could just have one more taste of that ham.
But dear, that's for after the funeral. I love you.
Hold on. Ladies and gentlemen. Oh, hey, yo. We are still rocking and rolling with Rocketship.
He needs to do another
XM.
concert, you know?
He won't, though.
Yeah, I know he won't. But
They don't have the place closed now. Speaking of concerts,
concerts.
I got Graziana on the line. Graziana. Hey, I don't have a.
Ace.
Hey, everybody says hi, Grace.
Hi, Grace. Hi, Grace. Hi, Grace. Hi, Ace.
Hi, Ace. Hello. Hey, I don't have a trivia this week, so I figured we'd call you so you can.
You give us some trivia.
No trivia.
Yeah,
give us
trivia.
trivia. Grace trivia. Give us one of your giggles, one of the jokes by Grace. Graziana's giggles, or they don't like the name. We gotta come up with something better.
Graziana.
So
You guys ready?
we're ready. All right, we're ready. Hit us.
What's it called when a snowman throws a tantrum?
What's it called when a snowman throws a tantrum?
Yeah.
I got it. I know it. I know it. I know it. I know it. Hold on. Anybody else? Guesses? I got it. A meltdown.
Oh my god. You're too smart, Triv.
Am I right?
Yeah.
I'm so smart.
You gotta up your game, Gracie.
Yeah. Why? You guys didn't know it.
Yeah, beside the point. None of us should. Up your game. You probably did that before.
No, I know that.
You're
No.
like, I'm gonna say
It's
this one so
common
you have the
sense.
answer.
It's common sense. All right, Gracie, thank you so much for the giggles.
Goodbye.
Maybe we'll call you later, and I'm going to actually unveil your picture tonight. So your picture is going to be seen by all of our viewers, because it was
What
that
picture?
the one that you made for me. I brought it with me.
Well, we're going to unveil it.
And so everyone's going to see it, and they're going to see how awesome it was. So
on TV.
I will talk to you later. Everyone says bye.
Bye, bye.
Bye. I'll talk to you later.
Bye, bye.
I love you too.
I
Bye.
wanna see your
Unveil it. Unveil it. Unveil it.
Want me to unveil it now?
Yeah, do it now.
This is something that she made for me. She was working hard.
Wait, she made it for you? Never mind. Go to the...
She made it for me. She was working hard, and she all of a sudden she gave it to me. All right, look at this. Because she does art.
Oh man! Oh, that is cool. That is very cool.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
Oh, that's very cool.
Good job, Graziana. Look at this. Game got the Harley Davidson.
That's got to be. That should go in a frame.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, that's
Oh yeah,
good
I'm gonna
stuff.
frame it. She just gave it to me yesterday.
It looks like a character from Star Trek.
I like
That's
the
3 arms.
I like the leather jacket. That's hard to do.
Wait,
like
turn that back around.
That's
Yeah,
hard to
if it
do.
don't-
That looks really good.
Isn't
You
that
should
cool?
get that tattooed
That
on
is
your
very good.
on your
It
arm.
does have 3
I like the
arms.
patterns on the guitar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She does, you know, she
That's
does a lot of
very
art
good.
and stuff and draws pictures and stuff and you
She should stick to the art.
No.
Yeah, she called him a
that's
big
very
dummy.
good.
Yeah. So Graziano,
very
shout out
good.
to you. Excellent job.
Was it painted, right? Was it all painted?
No,
Don't
she
ask
paints
hard
that,
questions.
she draws it, she shades it.
Different mediums.
Yeah, she does a lot of cool
Different
stuff.
medias.
A lot of cool
Mediums.
stuff.
Oh
So-
yeah, that's
pretty good.
That's art.
Yeah,
stuff.
that's awesome.
Medias.
All right, shout out to you. Graziano.
Yeah. Shout out to
What's the
Gracie.
name?
Now you're expected to
What's the
provide
name of
more.
this piece?
Well, we said we'll have her come in one day when she'll draw something while we're doing a show.
I want to pose nude. Please don't. The man with the unique, picture it. The man with the unique physique. Okay, and she could do art, and we could sell it at our tables.
She'll never be right ever again after that.
None of us will ever
Well,
be right.
Come on, it's like we got one thing that we could use to promote the show. The unique physique.
Unique physique.
Yeah. Who wouldn't want to see that? Well, it could get me up on the kitchen table or something in there. I'd be like in a seductive pose. However you guys want. You guys be feeding me grapes or something.
Don't we need to go back
That's
to the
what I was
movie?
gonna say. It's the movie.
I don't think so.
Let's
We
go.
need to go back to the movie.
Let's go finish off Rocketship XM.
I'm just trying to.
XM.
XM. Extra.
I wish Harry were able to help. It's impossible to get a precise result without radar.
You've done a wonderful job.
We should have fuel enough for a landing,
When will we feel the Earth's gravity?
as soon as there's an increase in speed. According to elapsed time and velocity chart, almost any minute now. But without a check from Harry, it's...
I know we're in a tight spot, but we'll manage somehow.
Any sign of increase in speed?
Not yet. You know, you're a pretty swell girl, Lisa.
Girl? I'm not Dr. Van Horn anymore?
No, just Lisa.
Doing her job.
No, I don't see you that way at all. I see a woman sweet, gentle, and beautiful.
I'm not the same,
Somehow, no.
but I am, you know. The same, I mean.
Well, maybe I've changed then, but I feel that I've never known you before.
Will you, do something for me, please?
Sure, what?
Say my name the way you did a moment ago.
Lisa.
Alex, I'm calling BWS. Alex, I'm calling BWS. Come in, BWS. Over. Come in, BWS. I can't contact them. They won't answer. They won't ever answer.
Of course they will.
Speed's increasing. We're gonna make it. Shut off the fuel.
I'm sorry. I wish I could help.
You heard what Floyd said. Everything will be all right.
What about the fuel? We lost so much.
Yes. We'll have enough for a landing.
How are we doing?
Not so good.
Well, what's the matter? Everything's worked out so far, right in the nose.
We haven't got enough fuel for a landing. Not even for an approach.
But the motors were functioning perfectly before I shut them off.
At 1/10 capacity. I'm sorry, it's all my fault.
Maybe it's only the instruments.
It's hopeless. We're lost. Everything is lost. All Dr. Ekstrom's work in vain. Now the world will never know the terrible truth we learned.
No. Maybe there's still a chance. We must be close enough for shortwave. I'll try to contact the base.
If we only could. We must report everything. Tell them as much as we can. What we saw. The mistakes that we made.
RXM calling BWS. RXM calling BWS.
Dr. Fleming. Yes? The radio control room just called. They've contacted the RXM.
There's too much interference. You better use these, Doctor.
BWS. Fleming speaking. Calling RXM. Come in, RXM. Repeat that again, please, Dr. Van Horn. What about Dr. Ekstrom?
Now at least they know. Floyd, hold me. Hold me tight.
I wish I knew some words that would help.
I'm sorry that we haven't had any time. That we didn't meet or know each other the way we do now sooner.
Time isn't so important.
Oh, yes, it is.
Don't. We can say that time is behind us, that we've had years together.
Yes.
I can tell you about 1,000 wonderful hours we've spent together, because I feel we would have, inevitably. And there's not that much difference between the future and the past.
Not if you feel this way about it, no. Shouldn't we wake him?
What good would it do?
None, you're right.
It's only seconds, darling. Try not to be afraid.
Floyd, I'm not afraid anymore. like a great way of carrying us up, bearing us, protecting us.
Dr. Fleming?
Yes?
The men from the news syndicates are still waiting.
All right, let them come in.
Dr. Fleming, the pilot and crew of Flight 19 International Airlines observed a strange object falling over Nova Scotia. According to their report, it could have been the RXM.
My office has been getting the same story over the wires for hours.
We know the RXM has been overdue a long time. Is there any connection, Doctor?
As yet, there has been no confirmation, but yes, I believe there is a connection.
Then they all perished in the crash.
No, 2 were lost earlier.
But the flight must be considered a failure.
Failure? Every point of our rocket theory has been established. It has proven that interspace travel is not only possible, but practicable. And it has supplied us with information which may well mean the salvation of our own world. No, gentlemen. The flight of the RXM was not a failure. Tomorrow we start construction of RXM-2.
Well, the rocket ship has
What, did he
landed
point?
or it took off. Yeah. I usually don't catch it, but yeah, he pointed and I saw
Oh,
it.
you know, here, I had a thought.
He's got his thought. He remembers his thoughts.
I can't
still.
see over here. All I see is
camera.
Well, I see the camera, and then I see belly.
Yeah, you don't see him with phone.
There you go. Camera everywhere.
Camera and belly.
That's all I
Camera
see.
and belly.
No.
No, I have a thought.
He's got a
Hold on, I have a
thought.
thought.
Everybody quiet.
Wait,
He's got a thought.
wait. We're making fun of the title.
Yeah.
Rocketship XM.
Yes.
If you use the Roman numerals, that's Rocketship 990. M is 1,000. X is a 10, but because X is in the 10, you take 10 away from the 1,000, so it's 990.
That wasn't even worth a thought. That was like a waste of a thought.
Well,
But the ship does kind of look like Elon's rocket.
Will you get off, Elon?
Elon Musk.
This movie originally was called No One Came Back. Was it? But you know why? Because no one survives in this film. They all died.
Did they?
It's over! But that's what they said.
Yeah, but what if they shot a sequel?
Actually, they were working on a sequel, and they said, I think they said at the end of the movie, don't they?
One survivor, John Carradine?
No survivor. John Carradine's not even in this one. You're
I'm
thinking
just
of a
kidding.
different
I know.
bad, terrible movie that goes to Mars.
I'm just kidding, but
Yeah, and they-
you said they put Red in the movie and all that, and that he was in a.
exactly. He was in one of those old.
I know.
Whatever Sherman,
crap.
Sam
Kathleen,
Sherman.
I just rubbed my nose.
Same. But yeah, the original is called None Came Back, but hey, that gives away the ending of the movie.
Did you put the chicken in there, Rocco?
These are tips. Yeah, the chicken. Look for the green chicken.
Was it like right on the top of the rocket or
the
something?
green chicken and the red tinted Martian scene. What do you think? Somewhere.
It's red tinted too.
Yeah, we got that one.
It's
we don't
a
have.
red-tinted
We don't have
green
the one with the additional footage, right?
I believe it does.
Oh my God, the Wade Williams. We're gonna get sued. I'm out of here.
Next week.
What?
Next week.
Next week.
I'm not going to be here next week, by the way.
Vern.
Yes.
Vern.
Don't you have a challenge that you wanted to do for us?
Yes, I do actually.
Well, maybe next week.
Next week.
Remember to pull up the challenge.
Yeah, I'm not going to be here next week, guys.
We gotta.
Because no matter what challenge is, we're all gonna just not do it.
How much time we got, Rocco?
My older brother's
well,
coming next week. He's going to be in town because I'm going out.
we'll have to open the,
My older brother's coming next
Seriously?
week. Yeah. He wanted to come. He wanted to be on
Good
TV.
luck. No one's gonna get a word in edgewise.
Oh, he's cool. He's cool. He's like laid back.
Every single
He wanted to
time.
come in because of the movie.
Oh.
So he asked if he could come in next. So I said, yeah, whatever. 'Cause
Who's that?
my older brother's coming in. Not my younger brother that looks like the amazing Hey, the drone's up.
Not the amazing Jonathan.
Oh, that's not good. Yeah, not the amazing Jonathan, my older brother. He's cool though. He's
we need to know if they want the Dork Dynasty boys to come back. They haven't been around for a while.
No, yeah.
Cousin's asking.
Yeah, and those guys, hey, their hunting season should be over soon, so
yeah,
they'll probably be available to come in.
See
We can
y'all
take a
next
break.
week.
We can take a break a week.
Bye.
Yeah, we'll
We're
take
show
a
like
vacation.
Hey, since we're showing retreaded movies, they got the old Bigfoot that we always played. And,
It's hopeless. We are lost. Everything is lost.